Welcome to Counterculture-Wise, a Stormcat production, with your hosts, Melanie Hope and James Monis. The views expressed on this podcast are those of the hosts, our guests, and the dog, and do not necessarily reflect the views of any of our platforms, our advertisers, or any other dog.
As you listen today, please remember, we are so much more than a podcast. All of our stories we discuss are linked in our show notes on counterculturewise.com. Visit there for commentary, guest photos and links, animations, and fun merchandise.
If you have a story idea or would like to be a guest on our show, contact us via our website. You can also follow us on Twitter, Gab, Instagram, Facebook, and all over social media where we'll post memes, cat pics, and commentary that gets us booted off on a regular basis.
If you're watching our live show, hit like and join the chat. If you're listening dead, well, you can still hit like, share, subscribe, and comment, but please stop voting Democrat. Well, you couldn't hear the meows of the Maxime meow, but we can, and you're jealous. But if we're lucky, you can hear the sound of our voice, so we're going to give this a go and give you a show.
Go, baby, go. Let's do this old show and
All
DDD
right.
and da-da-da, whatever else.
So, without further ado, to you, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Counterculture-Wise. We are still trying to work out the bugs. And obviously, there are a lot of bugs. They are big bugs. They are ugly bugs. We're working them out. We have a team of crack professionals.
We need a gigantic can of electronic raid.
That's what we need anyway. But I do know that you can hear our voice. So at least you have that going for you.
And what else do you need, really?
What else do you need, really? I mean, what else do you need? So here we are at Counterculture-Wise Studios with a dog who sacked out, a sundowning orange booby who's in his little hammock, and a little gray kitty who thinks we're eating cheese, so she wants to be in the middle of that.
Well, one of the things I have been chewing on does have cheese in it.
Well, there you go.
Technically.
There you go. And I, in case you did not know, am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Melanie Hope. And here with me in studio is...
Yes.
11 years of marriage. My very best friend, my co-host, and my sweet baboo, Mr. James Monis.
So tell me something, Melanie. When two vegans get into an argument, is it still called a beef?
No, it's called a tofurkey.
Are you still my baboo and sweet love and all that? That was really bad. That was really, really bad.
I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying so hard.
And what an anniversary it was.
It was. So what was it, about 11 o'clock in the afternoon? We'd been up. We had some coffee. We had breakfast. We did
well, it was not really 11 in the afternoon, but you get the idea. Late morning.
It was late morning. It was double digits at least.
It was about between 10 and 11.
We're sitting up in bed, and he's on his laptop, and I'm on my phone, and we had some things to do like laundry, and we had to go buy a rake and a garbage can, and normal Saturday stuff. And all of a sudden, Jim looks up and he goes, "Oh, happy anniversary!" And completely for both of us, we didn't get each other card, nothing. We've been under so much stress and had so many things going on that
when everything started going right,
forgot.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus, literally for saving our skins the other day. But
I got a low chat. Nick says that they've been listening to every word we said, even though there was no words being spoken. At least we're here now.
People speaking with us. There we go again.
We're here now.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
And like I said, buckle up, and we got some stories for you. In fact,
big time.
We might not even get to all of them tonight. We might have to save some of them
just
for a Wednesday show. And we have an amazing interview that we'll be posting this week that ended up lasting 2 hours. So that'll be a lot of fun to post. We won't have to worry about all the sound and stuff because it's already recorded. So nanny boo boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of this stuff. So we're gonna keep trying to get sounds to work. And
we may just pre-record. I don't know.
I really like the live dynamic.
I love the live chat too, but if the only two people are listening, and because they know
we keep chasing away all our other audience because we we can't figure ourselves out.
Exactamundo.
Everything was working so good before, and then
And we can still be live on chat while we're playing the show.
It's not the same.
But it is a remarkable simulation.
On ScrewTube, you can premiere it, which is basically live chat while it's doing its thing.
So we wound up still doing the same things. We still bought the trash can. We still did the laundry. All we did really was add going out to dinner with each other, which was really, really nice.
So we bought a chair too.
That's true.
That wasn't on the.
We stumbled on an amazing recliner that Melanie absolutely fell in love with.
Big and fluffy
and the man who sold it to us delivered it to us personally this afternoon.
Very sweet guy.
Yeah.
And we live way out in the sticks.
Well, I'm sure everybody who's listened to us for more than a week knows we live out
way out in the sticks. Way out in the sticks, yeah.
So
which is why we've been having so many issues with internet, because we don't got it.
And we had dinner at our favorite local pad.
Yeah.
It was really.
Who we would take on as a sponsor in a heartbeat.
A New York minute.
That's what it is. Hot minute, heartbeat. There we go. I'm getting them right.
You'll get them right.
I'll get there someday. All right. Well, we are getting some good advice in our chat, so hopefully things will work out a little bit better for us here as we go.
We are staying for the full 2 hours, Nick.
We will stay for the whole.
We'll stay for the whole 2 hours.
We do want to start. Well, okay, if we're not going to be live anymore, I guess it doesn't really matter what time we start, because
the only reason I'm suggesting keeping it at the same time is because all of our advertising, all the business cards, the stickers, and all the stuff says 6 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, well then we'll go back to
it's
that.
It's not that I necessarily want to.
Back when we thought we could be live, we thought, oh, maybe we'll do it earlier, and we had our one audience at the time say, yeah, earlier would be better. So we're like, okay, let's do earlier, and it still didn't work. So here we are.
And Nick makes a good point.
Well,
you can still chat and pre-record. So
yeah.
That's where I'm leaning now, because I don't want to keep having people. Well, I just don't want people coming in expecting a great show and getting
dead silence. Yeah, I'll keep trying. If I do magically get it to work, we'll do it. But yeah, I think we need to pre-record going forward.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. We bumped it to 5.
Right.
And
now it doesn't work.
What do we do?
All the slides say
we'll make a final decision and stop being such weenies.
I changed the website and everything. I changed everything.
You did? Okay, well, okay.
I changed the website. I changed the slides. Pacific. I changed the intro.
Okay. All right. So we just got to update our business card. We'll just do it earlier in the day.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific would be 8 p.m. Eastern. So either way.
Depends on where you are.
Tomato.
Really. So, yeah. And we had a real good day. It was very pleasant, but we spent a lot of money.
It is now 9 p.m. Now it's 10 p.m. Eastern, yeah. Yeah, so we had actually a really good day. We didn't fight. We
shouldn't. I don't know about saying, we didn't fight like it's some kind of special exception. What's wrong with you?
But
why do you do these things? Every time we do a stupid broadcast, you got to say, oh, it was a miraculous day. We didn't disagree. What's the matter with you?
See what I have to deal with here?
See what she has to deal with?
Yeah.
Every single day.
Every stinking time.
Yeah. Every time.
And we spent a little bit more money than we should have. But all on things we needed, like a frying pan and a garbage can, and
it's just I
think we spent the whole day just trying to get
crap.
things to, a rake.
outside of going out to dinner, which was not planned, and first thing in the morning, it was just a basic Saturday.
Yeah,
and we had a good time.
Yeah.
For one thing, I wasn't doing the laundry by myself. It's always
beautiful
nice to
sunny
have help
day,
with that.
and
it was a nice day.
We played. So we have this new verb that we use with our dog. I call it Chris Farleying. And I give Jim the ball tosser while I'm doing something else in the house. And I say, go Chris Farley the dog. And what that means is you keep playing fetch with Sadie until she comes back and drops the ball in front of you and holds out a paw going, okay, I got this. One more ball. It's fine. I got this. And you can just see Chris Farley bending over, and she'll go too, man. You grab the ball and toss
Oh
it,
yeah,
she'll go.
she won't stop until she literally
Yeah.
drops.
So once we
So
get her tired, then we know she's good to put up for a while. We have not yet installed a doggy door because we have not officially decided if we're staying.
mhm.
So we're going to make a decision as of, you said, April.
Let's do it on April 15th,
So tax day.
tax day.
I
Just make
guess
it
that's a
fun.
good day to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So as of
Dep-
tax day, we will decide if we're staying or going. All righty.
And the options are many. The options are many.
The options are now many. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a show for you today.
We
We
do.
really do.
Quite a
Honest to
show.
goodness. All
Real-
right. So
real
we talked
show.
about our anniversary,
Oh,
and how great
speaking of
it
that,
was. And
I
Jim
wanted.
has an announcement.
Well, first, before I announce any of that, I
Ah.
wanted to say our friend Tori from Evil Dead the Musical
Mm-hmm.
got married today.
Aw, congratulations,
To the man who's treating her with love and respect,
Aw.
and I am so happy. Isn't she like the sweetest woman on
One
earth?
of the sweetest, yeah.
I'm telling you.
And party
So-
too.
She's not half bad looking.
You're
That's
not
true.
half bad.
It's true.
Listen to him.
But we want to wish you and your new husband all the love and joy in the world. May God bless you both. I know you're probably not listening, but
Maybe
just
later.
putting it out there.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. You always were so nice to us, and she always
Aw.
said that she looked up to us and our relationship is how things should be. And
Us.
boy, I'm telling you.
Wow. Stop
kept
scraping the
lid-
bottom of the barrel.
We kept the lid on that sucker, didn't we?
Wow.
So-
I'm
No, but
humbled, honored, and a little horrified. I'll start with age.
Oh dear Lord.
Humbled, honored, and horrified.
And speaking of dear Lord. Oh my.
Yeah, so your announcement.
Okay. I had mentioned this earlier that I was going to start a ministry.
What's your
And-
name? What's your name?
My wife, it occurred to my wife, Fourth in the Fire Ministry. This is from the book of Daniel. And it is a story about this evil king named Nebuchadnezzar who built a statue of his head, who had a bunch of people build a statue of him, basically, but it was his head, and wanted everybody to worship it. And 3 Judean exiles refused to do it. Their names were
Shadrach, Meshach, and
Meshach,
Abednego.
Abednego. And so he had the 3 Jews tied up and sends his soldiers to toss them into the top of a gigantic furnace. And the wording,
What is it with all the furnaces?
I
and
don't
the
know. I
Jews?
don't know. I don't know.
Aye.
But he orders the furnace to be made 7 times hotter, which is an idiom meaning just as hot as it can get.
Hot as
It was so hot that the men who threw them into the furnace died from the heat.
Oh my.
Okay, so in
I hope they got hazard pay.
in tradition, the flames got even hotter, and there's different traditions, but the story happens as Nebuchadnezzar watches. He's amazed to see not 3 but 4 people in the flames, all 4 walking around unharmed. This 4th person is described by Nebuchadnezzar as a son of the gods. This, for centuries, there's been speculation as to who this 4th being was. Judaic tradition implies that perhaps it was the angel Gabriel. Some people say it was some other angel or some other spiritual
I've heard
being.
Holy Spirit and JC himself.
Okay. And Jesus himself. My personal belief is that it's Jesus himself. And I do know that for Melanie and me, God has pulled us out of the fire multiple times.
Do you think he used the hot tub or the DeLorean?
What are you talking about?
Well, he wasn't born yet, so he would have had to travel back in time. So do you think he used the hot tub or the DeLorean?
Okay, all right. They in Christian tradition, some people say it's the Son of God, a pre-incarnate Jesus Christ. In other words, it was Jesus before he came to earth officially as a baby.
Okie dokie.
And it's such a great story because Nebuchadnezzar did, of course, not come to his senses, but he at least realized that the God of these Jews was pretty amazing.
Mhm.
He said, do not, let them worship their God.
Mm.
That's about as far as he
Okie
got.
dokie,
That's
my
about as far as he
bad.
got.
Oh, so
So
just let him
that's,
go.
and so it just occurred to her, and
I don't know. We were just sitting there in our brand new easy chair, and we had our laptops on our.
and I was
And I
sipping
was
on a
eating
delicious iced
pickles,
coffee
and I make
because
it. Yeah, I
we
made him
did
a.
we were going to go out to coffee today. We never
Never got
quite
around
made
to
it
it. Yeah,
because just
stuff,
things.
things.
So
Because HEB on a Sunday, never
I will
again.
never go to any
Never
grocery
ever
store
again.
on a Sunday afternoon except for Dollar General, something like that, just to pop in and grab something. But
Well,
going
I
to,
have a mini ginger rants about shopping at HEB and a lot of, including Walmart and a lot of the larger grocery chains.
did you want to do that now or after I've
I'll let you finish.
thank you.
Way over here, letting you finish.
Outstanding.
Not gonna
So
say
anyway,
a word.
the
I'm
name
gonna
of
let
the
you
the
finish.
name of the
'Cause
ministry
far be
is
it from me
the
to
name
talk
of the
while you're-
ministry is Forth in the Fire Ministries. I decided to make the switch of the church I'm ordained with right now from Universal Life Church to St. Luke's Evangelistic Christian Ministries.
That's a mouthful.
It is. I'm just going to call it St. Luke's and not worry too much if people think it's St. Luke's.
That has more words in the title than I have teeth.
There is that. I am currently studying the Bible at Christian Leaders Institute, and they also have an ordination program, and I will eventually be using them and taking their actual college classes to get a bachelor's degree. That will happen probably starting this summer after I get the ordination stuff completely handled. I'm also probably leaving Texas Wedding Ministers, but I don't know yet. That's a
Well,
possibility.
it's not like they've been sending you any work.
Well, that's kind of why. There's 57 of us. How many people people go to Vegas to get married? They don't go to
Well,
Killeen.
if we stay here, we could have our
Yeah.
own little
One
wedding chapel out in the middle of
possibility.
no dang where.
That's one possibility. And, this is a separate thing from the church we go to on Sundays. I'm not going to step on anybody's feet. And what we've got going right now there is special. It's wonderful. And I don't want to mess with that at all. One of the possibilities for our future is to get an RV rather than live in any one place, travel around, hang out in Texas for a few months a year, go to Vegas for a few months a year, go Seattle, LA, Atlanta, wherever God decides to lead us. And
Hit all those little pointy states up north that I never got to go to.
yeah, only we do that during the summer, right? Yeah,
Won't be able to go to Hawaii though because you can't drive there.
Yeah,
but
not yet.
Don't tell AOC.
I don't want to know about her. And another thing, this is going to be part of a podcast that I'll be doing, and Melanie it's going to be a reversal of roles. I'm going to be the host, and Melanie will be the occasional co-host. That will be absolutely, positively pre-recorded. There's not going to be any
none of this nonsense.
None of this nonsense.
This is all my baby.
So, we're going to launch that very soon. I was thinking next week, or later this week. I will keep people posted on Facebook. If you are interested, please let me know. And some of the segments I'm considering doing, just a commentary on current events from a biblical perspective. I'm not going to play Stump the Christian. I'm not that good, but I do want to, invite conversation, have people send in questions regardless of their belief system. What does the Bible say about this? Or, the Bible says one thing in this part of the Bible, something else in that part of the Bible.
How do you reconcile
How do you reconcile it?
So you're challenging yourself because you have to look some of this up.
I'm challenging myself because some of this I'm going to have to study, and it's to keep myself sharp, but at the same time help the people I love and care about, and anybody else in the audience who I will eventually love and care about once I get to know you.
Maybe not. Maybe you'll get to know them and you won't like them at all.
Well, it doesn't matter whether I like them. You have to like people to love them.
There is that.
Because there's, I'm not. I ain't gonna go.
There's people I haven't met that I love. But I don't like.
We're gonna leave that alone.
I'm gonna leave that alone right there. There's people I've met.
Stay tuned. We are getting closer to
inch by inch, row by row.
Yeah, we're getting closer to the launch of this. and a website. There is another organization called First and Fire Ministries, but I'm
They're
not.
not us. Don't
They're
go
not
there.
us. Don't confuse the two. And so the whole idea is to preach the gospel in a way that is entertaining and not too pushy or judgmental, because I'm not that way, or I try not to be that way. So anyway, and I want to thank Melanie, because I was going to go this alone, really, and she has really stepped up. She suggested it. She and I have been working on the logo. She took a suggestion, like happens with this show. One person suggests something and the other person takes it and runs with it like it's the Super Bowl. What can I say? We're designing the logo. We're going to get launched pretty soon here. It's a priority for me now.
Cool. I'm very proud of you. So we're going to, in that light, I know this will make Nick just thrilled beyond all belief. We're going to add a couple more segments and maybe get rid of a segment or two, or
Right.
touch on it a little.
Or we're talking about
lighter.
we're back to talking about counterculture wise.
Right. But that's part of our ministry, sort of. I'm using big quotey fingers here that you can't see. Is we're still going to do News of the Weird and Wonderful because we love that, and that means that some of the things are going to be weird, wonderful, and wicked is our new tagline. We're still going to do This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, but we're going to try to find more fun.
We're going to keep it more positive.
Yeah.
I mean, going on ranting about stuff
There
we
will
have
still
very
be
little
yeah.
control over.
Yeah, there's only so much you can
just,
do. But Chuck will still be reporting. You won't be able to hear him tonight, but if
Yeah.
you do go to the Holy Crap, This Is Actually Happening YouTube or Rumble or Bitchute or on our locals platform, we do a segment every week, and this week's is not yet animated, but it is recorded, so it'll be coming out here soon. And just stay, if you're on the ScrewTubes and trying to find it, they bury us, so sometimes you'll go several weeks thinking that we didn't do it, but we did. So make sure you check out our locals, check out our Rumble. That's where everything kind of goes. And you can join our locals and help us out, maybe upgrade our system so we can actually broadcast correctly instead of whatever this nonsense is. And right now I would typically play the drop everything. I have a video for it and everything.
Clank, bash, boom, ouch.
And wherever you are, if you waited this long and finally got to hear the sound of the dulcet tones of our voices, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, hit all the things, hit them. Give us 27 million. You know what? Let's do 400 billion, because we want to be like Ukraine. Give us a 400 billion star review. And if you don't like us, just don't do like 1 star, because that's just too on the nose. You do like an insulting 5 stars.
Yeah,
and we'll know you really mean it.
5 would make me cry.
It's like a 2-penny tip.
It'll hurt me without killing me.
Yeah. But it'll still really be insulting. Yeah, so just do the 5 stars, and we'll know exactly how you feel. And of course, if your voice needs to be heard, the ID10T form is still up on the website, and we're still working on that as well. I think I got all that stuff out. All right.
Okay. So you had something you were going to talk about.
Yes. I want to start a new segment. I've done the gospel according to Melanie, and I'm going to continue doing that because eventually that's going to turn into a book. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of alternate between that and a segment that I call Maybe Jesus. And it's where I read too much into things, perhaps.
This could also be called "Pardon me while I overthink this."
So you think about the church lady always saying, "Maybe Satan." I'm gonna go the other way, and I'm gonna be every bit as annoying.
I got to admit, what she's about to talk about,
I won him over. I won him over. I think I did.
You might have done that.
Okay. All right. So a 1 and a 2. Everybody now. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing. Yo, gonna go, gonna yip, gonna yo, gonna go with the Mary. Okay. So I'm so white, I swear. Okay.
White as snow.
White as snow. So I was listening. Okay, I was not listening to Mary Had a Little Lamb, but I was trying to learn how to play it on the ukulele. And I thought of the lyrics that I had known since I was a little tiny child. And we know he followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And then the last two we don't really hear very often, but these are the original lyrics. And so the teacher turned him out, but he still lingered near and waited patiently about till Mary did appear. What makes the lamb love Mary so? The eager children cry. Why, Mary loves the lamb, you know, the teacher did reply.
So what's this got to do with our Lord and Savior?
Well, he is the Lamb of God. And you think about Mary is kind of like us, and the lamb will follow us anywhere. And so we go up to Mary Had a Little Lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Well, they talk about being washed by the blood of Christ, and your garments will be white as snow. Everywhere that you go, he's with you. Even if you go to school where he's not allowed, it was against the rule. Of course, the children are going to make fun of you because they don't believe. And why would you think of bringing that to school? And of course, the teacher's going to send the blue-haired, pierced, trans, whatever in the heck teacher is going to send him out of school. But he never really goes far. He lingers near and waited patiently until he's able to meet you where you are. And then, of course, they ask, why does the lamb love you so? And it's because we love him. Anyways, so that is me reading too much into a child song.
You're not the first person to actually talk about that, but it's the first time you brought it up, and it's the first time I'd heard about it.
Yeah.
So it's like really.
So I thought that'd be a fun segment.
It was a fun segment. Now what do we do?
Now we do News of the Weird and Wonderful, which normally has a sounder and a little doohickey thingamajig.
It's time once again for News of the Weird and Wonderful with your hosts, Melanie Hope and James Russell Monis.
Yeah, because I can, yeah.
I'm sorry. Reverend James Russell Monis.
There we go.
Yes.
All right. And now, ladies and germs and ladies, you get to see what we're reading. Yay!
All righty.
And normally we would play all the videos that go with it, and you'd hear the sound, it'd be really cool, but obviously that's not happening. So forgive us while we scroll. Scrolling along. Here we go. All right. You want to go first?
Sure. All righty. So I just sound like a very bad Toastmaster. All right. So. Oh, that's we're crying out loud. We talked about this before it even. Okay, here we go. We're not gonna. It's personal. A modest Montana house is turning heads not for its grandeur or uniqueness, but for its price tag.
I'm gonna go find the original so that I can show the pictures because they're $1.1
million. The 3-bedroom home in Whitefish, a city of about 9,000 people in the gateway to scenic Glacier National Park, doesn't look special. It has white paneling, a 2-tone grass lawn, and a fence out back.
It's little.
But
tiny.
After it listed for sale on February 8th, Kirk Rossiter, a real estate agent in Whitefish, posted a video of the property and its comparably outsized price tag on Instagram. Some 3.2 million views, 33,500 likes, and 8,214 comments later, some users have expressed disbelief at the listed price of the home relative to its humble appearance, while others have debated what secrets could justify its high price tag. Is there $900,000 piled up in the basement? One commenter wrote. Another said, is this satire? Heather Redding, agent from Remax Home Again Realty. That's a great name for a realty.
That is cute. Home Again, yeah.
Representing the home seller, Gary Hansen told Business Insider the home's seemingly exorbitant asking price could be chalked up to 2 factors: its prime location and Hansen's rebellious optimism. Whitefish, a hot spot for skiing, hiking, and golf, and a landscape of mountains and lakes just an hour south of the Canadian border, is one of Montana's priciest areas. It's attracted wealthy Californians, including the billionaire Michael Gauguin, formerly of the venture capital firm Sequoia Capital. Oh, so yeah, he has some dough. As deep-pocketed home buyers have flooded into town. By the way, speaking of rich old people, rest in hell, Jacob Rothschild. Let's continue. As
Wow,
deep-pocketed
that was
home buyers, see, this is not the kind of content you're going to get on Fourth and the Fire.
We've got some suggestions for other segments.
Oh no!
Instead of "This is why we can't have nice things," that's why we ain't got the extravagant stuff here in the trailer park.
So helpful. Anyway, as deep-pocketed home buyers have flooded into town, home prices have shot up, driven by the uptick in luxury real estate developments. Hanson, who inherited the property when his father died last year, wants to take advantage of the demand, hence the $1.1 million asking price. It's about the location. Reddig, the listing broker, said. That's
I had a joke to tell here.
Let's hear it.
But I came up short. Shout out, you know who that's going out to.
Run for your life. Anyway, that's what he feels home is worth in the rebellion. Like numerous smaller towns across the U.S., Whitefish experienced a pandemic-induced home buying boom. The influx of higher-income urbanites attracted by the town.
Come on, look at this place.
It ain't worth it. Anyway. Outdoor amenities such as hiking trails and ski mountains intensified competition, drove up housing prices in many neighborhoods. Redfin data shows the median sale price in Whitefish reached $750,000 in January, more than double the median price of $369,990 in February 2020.
The home apparently has treasures inside from the seller's father, an avid collector, otherwise known as a hoarder, who died in 2022. He's throwing all that in. Yeah. So basically, not only do we want you to pay $2.3 million, but we want you to clean Dad's
junk. So
you want me to clean the joint also.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Coming up next.
Okay, Welshman breaks world record with 69. What a good number, rabbit tattoos. Let's see if I can watch it on X. You guys won't be able to hear it if I can. Oh, the clicky don't work. Okay, well, we'll go look. Welshman showed his love for his favorite animal by getting a record-breaking 69 different tattoos of rabbits on his body. It looks like his tattoos are breeding like,
Yeah.
Craig Evans, 42, said he got his first rabbit tattoo in 2009. And he now has a total of 69 rabbits inked on his arms, legs, and chest. I want pictures! Pictures or it didn't happen. I'm going to go to the live. The live. Come on.
It's just alive.
Come on, internets. Let's do this. Absolute sucker for bunnies. Oh, cute. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got Runny Babbitts. He's got Runny Babbitts.
Does he have any
possible
Buster Bunny or
Runny?
Bugs
yes, he does. He's got Buster. He's got Bugs. He's got Runny Babbitts I've never heard of. He's got Skull and Crossbone Bunny Rabbit. Some are fancy, some are colorful, some are just line drawings. But yep, we got all the bunnies. And now he is in the Guinness Book of World Records. And now we can win free beer at the bar because we know who has the most Runny Babbitts on his body. And of course, it's a Welshman. Of course, it's a white dude. I love the aesthetic of a rabbit, he told the Guinness World Records. They're such cute creatures. Rabbits are very cute creatures, but are they as cute as ducks? I mean, are they?
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Elmer season.
Rabbit season. He's currently unable to have a pet. He can't have a pet rabbit of his very own, so he has them all over his body. Nick, do you have any rabbit on your? Is there any rabbit? No. Okay. Maybe. Dang. Okay. Well, but they're so cute and little, like you. With your fluffy little tail. All right, your turn. Good grief, you didn't warn me.
Hey, I didn't expect you to look at the photo until I started reading the story. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection dog sniffed out something unusual in a luggage from a traveler returning from Africa.
Good doggy.
Mummified monkeys.
Why is that a thing?
Hey, where are the monkeys?
Okay, that is actually a thing. So
The passenger returning from a visit to the
returning
Democratic
from the
Republic
visit.
of...
Is
Huh?
it he's returning from the visit? You'll
I was
still wabbit seasoning.
Sorry. Well, the passenger returning home from a visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo reported that the luggage contained dried fish.
That does not look like fish.
But an inspection at Boston Logan Airport revealed dead and dehydrated bodies of 4 monkeys, agents said. The traveler said he brought the monkeys into the U.S. for his own consumption. As in to eat?
What? Ew!
What?
What is wrong with this guy?
Ew!
They can cause
He
Ebola.
needs to put them in that museum out in San
Well,
Antonio we
apparently,
went to with all the dead things.
Raw or minimally processed meat from wild animals, sometimes referred to as bush meat, is banned because of the threat of disease. Ugh. Okay, well, you know.
The potential dangers posed by bringing bushmeat in the United States are real. Bushmeat can carry germs that can cause illness, including the Ebola virus, said Julio Caravia, local port director for Customs Border Protection. What?
Just ew. Okay, this one I did want to play the video of because it's pretty harrowing. And in this particular case, there's not a lot of sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video and then we'll talk about it while it's happening and see if that works for us. Let's see here. Setting up the thing and the stuff and thing. You get to watch the backseat now go, ooh. Thing and stuff and whatchamajiggy. Now we got hold
this parody of the classic hit The Girl from Ipanema is brought to you by counterculturewise.com. Go to our website, buy our crap, and keep us sane. Thank you.
With the thing and the stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna play this video. See if
the semi had actually was dangling off of the edge of the 2nd Street Bridge. It's tremendously lucky that it didn't go over. This is a once-in-a-career type of thing.
She was just praying. She was praying a lot, so and I prayed with her.
These were some serious heroes here.
So, congratulations on what a harrowing rescue, like a little bit terrifying. I'm really curious to know why the truck drove off the bridge. Oh, wait, it was a female driver.
Oh, dear Lord.
I get to say that.
So, yeah, this next story is...
This one has a video, too.
Yes, it does. And it is... I watched it before we did the show, and it was nightmarish. Imagine you're enjoying a nice visit to the zoo. You're watching the light. Crocodile clamps down on the zookeeper's hand as you watch on the clock. Seems like a nightmare. That's exactly what happened with the Scales and Tails Reptile Center in Utah.
That thing was rolling her, too.
Fortunately, a co-working visitor came to There's a video of it.
We're playing it right now.
Okay. This was supposed to be for a birthday party.
Oh, these poor kids. So in the background, you can hear kids like crying and screaming, and a little bitty kid. And I'm sure it's the mom that's just calmly sitting there recording it while her kids are like freaking out. But this guy is a true hero. I mean, this is not a fellow zookeeper.
No, this is
some rando guy that just happened to be at the zoo and literally jumps into an alligator tank. And the poor guy, they actually do get her hand out, as you'll see, and then she gets away. But then the poor guy's sitting there on top of the alligator going, guys, now what do I do? But, yeah.
I think the animal's name was Darth Gator.
Darth Gator.
No joke.
No, not making that up. That is a real thing. Yeah. So,
now we know
why.
So
Darth Gator apparently has quite the fan club, and he still still says he gets out of there, and then this poor rando guy that was just like there with kids at the zoo is sitting there on top of the giant gator going, okay. Peter wasn't thrilled, as you can see, but he had the mouth closed, which my understanding is once you get the mouth closed, pinching it, and with all of the powers in them using them. So he's just kind of going, okay, we need to let go of this thing that is freaking me out. And they're giving him directions on what to do. And he just said, hee-haw, right in town, Peter. What is that thing?
150 pounds.
Baby!
She's dead.
Yep, he runs!
Big enough.
And he's out! Yay! Huzzah! The day
Big
is
enough.
saved. So here is a close-up shot of Darth Gator. I wouldn't go anywhere near him, but apparently they are now going to update the protocol a little bit. So
Yeah.
she was able to save her hand. It took several surgeries, tendon damage, chipped bones, because
It could have been amputated.
And,
it could have been like gone.
and
So she's lucky.
she is expected to regain full use of her hand. So she
Oh,
got
God bless
really lucky. Yeah. All right, Jim, I'm going to let you run with this one while I go let the dog out.
Run with this one. Oh, dear Lord.
Now, see, that's why we can't have nice things.
You rotten boff. Anyway.
I don't think it's ambitious, but not to tell about.
I doubt it, seriously. Okay. This is about a small-time band living in a small-time land. They took the midnight. Anyway, a small-time band has parted ways with its lead singer. I don't believe this story. Melanie had to tell it to me. It couldn't even register in my itty bitty brain until I actually read this. Small time band has parted ways with its lead singer over a plot that saw him secretly dose his bandmate with estrogen in a bid to steal his fiancée, it is claimed. Allegedly, Nashville-based hardcore troupe, it's spelled Llorona. I'm going to call it Llorona.
Llorona.
Probably. Made the allegations in a series of posts to its Instagram, claiming ex-vocalist Diego carried out the scheme by giving the band's bassist drinks spiked with a female hormone. They always got to attack the bassist. My poor fellow bassist.
All right, so there's as we scroll down, you'll kind of see the befores and afters of this guy.
Yeah.
He literally, you'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
Hey, he's got the same nose thingy that you have, Nick. Only look how
Nose
tall he is
thingy?
next to the girl.
Who also has a nose thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I find that very unattractive. Anyway, the bandmate said he confessed to the act during a drinking binge before allegedly owning up to it a second time. His supposed motive was to force a transition on his friend so he would look better by comparison, bandmate said. The member, who saw his pre-workout beverages poisoned, was identified as bassist 6, like Nikki 6, S-I-X-X. His social media suggests he is engaged to a woman named Caroline, who he met in April. Not bad. The band aired the strange claims to followers this past week. We have decided to part ways with our vocalist Diego due to admission of very disturbing and concerning behavior towards one of our band members and their partner, the initial post read. Producing a text message from Diego as proof, the band went on. He has admitted to being obsessed with said partner and has been attempting to sabotage their relationship by cutting pre-workout he frequently gets from his job with high amounts of estrogen in them. He's been attempting to force a transition onto him for the last 5 months in hopes that would give him the opportunity to swoop in once he looks stronger and more manly in comparison. Stupid caveman mindset that makes zero sense. This tampering has caused confusion and thousands of dollars in medical bills the past month trying to figure out what's wrong. He would not know any of this unless Diego had gotten way too intoxicated and outed himself. It says ousted himself.
It says ousted. That's
But
hilarious.
basically outed himself and stated an admission
Well,
to
in a
all
way,
his
he kind of did oust himself as well.
Yeah, there's that. The group continued sharing text as supposed proof. There are many more disgusting details that were left out for the sake of privacy and general censorship. The text where Diego allegedly owned up to the activities in a group text which was also shared by the band via Instagram story. Boy, and there it shows the. Okay, 16 here said the alleged photo. Diego will not pass off what he admitted to as a joke or confusion, even a state of drunkenness. What he did is disgusting and has had an immense negative effect on my life. Yeah, and there's a more recent picture of him, and yeah, he looks very. I mean, he's still very masculine, but there's just a little bit of hello mixed into it.
Keep going. They end up looking so much alike that it gets to the point where you wonder if the drummer is going to start trying to date the bassist now.
Oh dear Lord. Yeah, they I can't believe some people. I'm telling you. I'm done.
That's what he looks like now. He got purdy just like his girlfriend.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Can you imagine somebody dosing your workout drinks with estrogen, trying to force transition you, and you have just no clue? And all of a sudden you're like, why do I have boobs? I didn't want boobs. God.
Guy needs to be.
Oh, he needs to be prosecuted.
Prosecuted,
I'm really surprised. Yeah.
Not just thrown out of the band, but prosecuted, and if found guilty, jailed like a son of a gun.
He admitted it, so
yeah, which was dumb. But then again, you'd be dumb just to do that in the first place.
All right, so you said you wanted to read the first one here of the expectations unmanaged.
Ah, yes. Let's see.
Did you find the original?
Yeah. No, I did not yet.
Oh.
No. At an event billed as Willie's Chocolate Experience on February 24th in Glasgow, children and parents were so underwhelmed that police were called, the New York Times reported. The event, which promised Willy Wonka-themed chocolate fountains, performances by Oompa Loompas, and optical marvels, quote, turned out to offer just a few jelly beans in a nearby empty warehouse. Way to go.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, I found the ad though. Look at this thing. Wow, indulge in a chocolate fantasy like never before. Capture the enchantment. Tickets are on sale. Well, I've got to change the aspect ratio here so you guys can see all the things that we're saying.
Oh my God. Seriously.
Welcome to Willy Wonka's experience. I mean, wow, whoever did the graphics is beautiful.
Yeah.
Enchanted
Wish they'd actually spent the money on the actual event.
Yeah.
Stuart Sinclair, who paid about $44 a ticket to bring his kids to the show, said it amounted to maybe 20 chairs, a couple of tables, and a half-inflated bouncy castle. It's pathetic. Jenny Fogarty, who was hired to play an Oompa Loompa, said she was given a 15-page
Not even
script.
fully inflated. Not even that big.
Listen to this. Jenny Fogarty, who was hired to play an Oompa Loompa, said she was given a 15-page script the night before, and the wigs were very cheap. The organizer canceled the event on Saturday afternoon. It was unclear who had called police. Pretty much everybody was there, I would hope.
Definitely whoever designed the website knew what they were doing.
The event organizer, House of Illuminati, said ticket purchases would be refunded. I would hope so. So, yeah.
Okay, so here's what you actually got to see. I thought there was a video.
Oh, yeah, that's an outstanding picture.
I was hoping there was video. Well, it said there was video, but then when I drug it over, there was no video.
This guy kind of sort of wearing a Wonka-ish. Yeah, I mean, I think
it was so bad.
I think
police were called and children
owners,
cried.
The current trademark owners of Willy Wonka, and I no longer know who they are. I think his Warner Brothers should just
you have to watch
out
the
of
official
existence.
Trailer for Wonka before you can read the article.
Yeah.
Okay, they're still playing trailers.
That's just nuts, baby.
Yeah, it also said to be accompanied by audio officials. Oh my gosh, that is literally what it was. Oh, wow, it doesn't look anything like. Oh, there's the picture from the website, like on a wall. Wow, shambles of an event. Describe the whole work experience with chocolate fountains and served out with the kids' volleyball. It's just bed sheets. Oh, this reminds me of the Diary of a Movie Kid when they tried to their haunted house and all they had was the kid under a bed yelling, and that was it. Wow. They did not even try.
No, they accidentally stayed there too long.
Yeah, because the website was gorgeous. Audio visual effects, just a close up of the thing on the wall. It's hilarious.
Except for the monkeys. This is my second. This is your government.
Oh,
That's good.
I got it. We need to reposition.
This rendition of the Glow brought to you once again by counterculturewise.com and by our good friends.
By our craft, things and stuff go. Woo. There we go. Okay. We're nothing if not professional here at Counterculture. United Airlines reportedly grounds brand new Airbus A321neo aircraft because pilots cannot turn off the no smoking signs.
Think about it for a minute, but keep reading while you're thinking
But
about it. Yeah, exactly.
Don't you want them to not smoke for the whole flight?
Exactly.
So no
Read
smoking. Okie dokie. United Airlines granted its brand new fleet of Airbus thingamajigs Monday because pilots were unable to turn the no smoking signs off, even though the signs must remain illuminated at all times when passengers are on board. Not a problem. Yay.
Except that
We're done here. Okay. Aviation Insider, some guy first spotted the temporary grounding on social media site X, and a short time later, aviation journalist Seth Miller discovered that United Airlines had asked the Federal Aviation Administration, otherwise known as the FAA, for a special exemption. Smoking is banned on domestic U.S. flights and has been since 1990. And a year later, the ban was extended to all international flights. But when officials wrote up the rules, they decided that there should still be a way for pilots to manually turn off the illuminated no smoking signs that appear throughout all passenger cabins. Why? Over the years, U.S. airlines have sought and then granted exceptions to these rules, allowing them to hardwire the illuminated no smoking sign to remain on at all times, removing the ability of pilots to override this feature. Why do pilots think they need to override this feature? Or is it going to tell us? In fact, United noted that in its letter to the FAA on Monday that the no smoking signs on all of its importing aircraft can't be turned off. Right. The computer software on the new Airbus, which recently joined United Space, is programmed to keep the seatbelt signs switched on at all times with no time override. That's annoying. But it would appear that United may have failed to get the necessary exemption before putting them into service. Why would they keep the seatbelt sign on all the time? Don't you get to take off your seatbelt to go pee?
it's the U.S. government. That's my entire point of my posting this.
In a statement, United told us, we are removing our 5 Airbus, which include the aircraft from service, while we seek FAA approval for the no smoking signs to remain automatically illuminated rather than operated from the cockpit. I'm confused. Isn't it already doing that? Is this like changing the name of King County to King County at great taxpayer expense?
It basically boils down to this. Somebody somewhere must think that at some point they're going to remove the no smoking requirement on airplanes, and that's never going to happen. That horse has, in my opinion, it's not a bad thing, but the horse has left the barn. Now, I have no idea why they would have to get an exemption to do something that they're not allowed to do anyway.
Right. And that they would ground the planes over it? I'm very much confused.
Well, that's okay. The customers will pay for it.
All right. Later on Monday, the FAA gave permission for United to put the NEOs back to service while it evaluates the exemption request. So somewhere out there is a United Airlines flight where you're allowed to smoke,
Apparently.
but they won't tell you. But you're not allowed to take your seatbelt off ever at all. So don't even think about asking to go to the bathroom. Oh, God.
All right. So, a clueless rich CEO of a major food company
Mm,
said something stupid. Want to hear it? Bet you do. That's
I
why you tune
do.
in to Counterculture Wise. Here we go.
I do.
People angered by the rising cost of food have found yet another villain in an ongoing saga of inflation.
It's
Great! The CEO of WK Kellogg, who recently suggested in a TV interview that cash-strapped consumers should eat cereal for dinner to save money. The comments which CEO Gary Pilnick made during an appearance last week on CNBC soon began circulating on social media where they struck a nerve with people, many of whom likened them to Marie Antoinette's infamously heartless and possibly misquoted "Let 'em eat cake" line. Pilnick touted a marketing campaign that his company launched urging people to chicken the night off and instead consume bowls of Frosted Flakes and Frosted Mini
Oh,
Wheats.
yeah, because that's so healthy.
Those advertisements don't make the explicit pitch for cereal's a cost-saving move, rather instead showing it as a fun way to shake up a family's dinner table routine. But Pilnick brought it up when CNBC host Carl Quintanilla questioned him about rising prices at the grocery store. The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when customers are under pressure, Pilnick said. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. When Quintanilla pressed him, questioning whether that kind of a pitch might land the wrong way, Pilnick doubled down. This is 2024, people double down. That's what we do.
On everything.
We don't think so, he replied. In fact, it's landing really well right now, Carl. Clips in the interview started popping up on social media, including on a subreddit called Not the Onion, where people share real news that sounds like it could have come from the
Holy
website
crap,
Onion.
this is actually happening.
Yeah, same kind of thing. On Reddit, some people complained about the cost of cereal, corporate profits, and shrinkflation, where the amount of food in a package is reduced, but the price stays the same. While others noted that the sugary breakfast food isn't actually a good substitute for a nutritious meal. One user summed up the mood with an age-old rallying cry, "Eat the rich." Hey, what stage of capitalism is this? TikToker Julie asked in a video that has been watched more than 2.4 million times. Some critics question whether the CEO, whose total compensation last year was $4.9 million, and that was before his promotion to the top job, was following his own company's suggestion. I wonder what cereal he and his family are eating for dinner.
You can't afford cereal. It's way too expensive.
Yeah,
It's like $9-10 a box now. Who can afford cereal?
I actually did see a new Kellogg's granola-like cereal. I forget the name of it. It's brand new. And I thought, well, maybe someday I'll try it, but it's $9 a box. It's like, it's insane. It's insane.
It's nuts. We tried to get cocktail sauce with no sugar in it.
Yeah.
It was $10 for a freaking cocktail sauce.
Crazy. The anger was similar to the outrage that followed viral reports of eye-popping prices.
No, wait, that wasn't even cocktail sauce. That was ketchup.
It was ketchup. It was sugar-free.
So guess who now makes her own mayonnaise and her own ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh, she makes her own bread. I forgot to mention that.
That is true. I made my own loaf. I was young. It's still young.
Yeah,
I'll slice after the show for celebration. Okay, eye-popping prices for Big Macs with tabs for combo meals as high as $18. $18 for a Big Mac meal? Come on.
Yep.
People have also been posting images of their grocery hauls to show rising prices. One TikToker illustrated this inflationary trend by posting a video showing how the $20 grocery trip depicted in the 1990 movie Home Alone would now cost nearly 3 times more.
Mhm.
Even rapper Cardi B has been complaining about how much more she's paying for lettuce these days.
Oh, poor baby.
The supermarket sticker shock that people are feeling is real. Prices in the category have outpaced inflation, surging 26% over the past 4 years.
No, because he went on TV and he said that wasn't so, and we're not supposed to believe our
should not
lying
be
eyes.
mentioned this show.
Cabbage and cheese.
And
Cabbage
they're
has gone
likely
up
to
too.
stay elevated. Food prices once raised rarely come down. The cost of cereal and bakery products have jumped more than 27% since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. Shows. While some of the increases tied to ingredient costs, industry experts say fuel, labor, and packaging are the biggest drivers of rising prices in snack and cereal aisles, but Americans are still buying, leaving little incentive for snack conglomerates to lower prices. I am about to correct the next line because they have it reversed. I'm going to give you the truth. Companies like Kellogg, which spun off from its parent company last year and now goes by WK Kellogg, where their former the spin-off company is called Kellanova. So Kellogg's Pop Tarts and Kellogg's Corn Flakes are made by different companies now. Have an easier time getting away with this because customers are quite category loyal, said Neil Saunders, managing director of the analytics company Global Data. It's like a treat and an indulgence, he added. If prices go up by a bit, the consumer really doesn't change habits. So it's sort of a given permission for manufacturers to pass across some of that increase a little bit more. That's right, folks. We rip off the other guy and pass the savings on to you.
Boop, boop.
Be
We
do.
do. All right. Well, I think this one fits in. Chuck will talk about both of these stories, I'm sure. But this one, apparently people are losing their minds because Wendy's trotted out this scheme.
Wendy's the hamburger?
Yeah, Wendy's the red chick, the redheaded chick. Yeah. Trotted out this scheme. Apparently, they said that they were going to base prices on time of day, which everybody took to mean that they're going to raise all their prices. Apparently, they meant going the other way, but let's see what they have to say. Wow, why does everything rhyme? Okay, so hold on a second while we transition to the new screen because it wasn't working. So I need another hold music. I mean, the Ipa Nipa thingy, it works for me. I like the Ipa Nipa thingy, but you make fun of me every time I Ipa Nipa myself over here. So I'm gonna not.
Eep.
I'm not gonna.
Fritzy's version was Eep 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 Nima.
I'm not gonna Ipa nor am
Oh,
I gonna
come on.
Nima.
You can
Okay.
Eep Nima. I won't make no more fun.
Thing and stuff.
There we go.
Stuff and
There you go. Don't let me stop you.
Wappa boo boppy doopy doo.
Oh, wow.
You are very important. To us. So here's my idea. We did a tale of modern horror based on hold, being on hold forever and a day. And
Yes.
we of course everybody knows what it's like to be put on hold and they keep telling you how important you are and this and that, but never actually come back. And so I thought I was on hold the other day for an infinite amount of time, it felt like. And the lady did come back a couple of times and apologize for having me on hold for so long. But then I thought, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if there was somebody who came on, if they knew you were going to be on hold for a long time, and somebody came on and started telling you stories? Once upon a time in a castle far, far away. And then the people would come back and you'd be like all the way into the story and they'd be like, no, put me back on hold so I can hear the ending. Instead of complaining that they heard the girl from Iwo Jima way too many times.
The Iwo Jima. The girl from Hiroshima goes glowing and boop.
Okay, something about noise. The tabs, browser, system. Oh, yeah. Something funny happened where one of the browser tabs had a recording playing that I didn't know was. I didn't have my headphones on because the sound ain't working. So hopefully that's fixed now. I hope. Thank you. Okay, I'm clear. Yay. Thanks, little Nicky Poo. Okay, so speaking of cute little redheads, Lord knows what color his hair is right now. Wendy's has no plans to raise prices of its menu items during peak demand, the company said. Days after CEO Kirk Tanner said the burger chain would start testing, quote, dynamic pricing at its restaurants starting as early as 2025. Tanner earlier this month said Wendy's was going to start testing features including dynamic pricing and day part offerings, along with AI-enabled. Really? That enabled, swear to God, I'm not drinking, menu changes and suggestive selling. What is suggestive selling? That's like the lady with the beer at the grocery store.
Yeah.
We're like,
but we don't want to buy.
I don't want to buy the beer. Don't make me buy the beer. I don't want to.
We didn't buy the beer.
It ended up in our cart, but we're actually like sneaking around the corner trying to put the beer back. And we're like, can she see you? I can't. Okay, but it's
I mean, she almost grabbed it and threw it in the cart herself.
Yeah, but
like,
I don't want to buy the beer. I mean, I don't want an $11
six or something. It was like
but I don't want an $11 six-pack of beer.
Well, you're out of luck unless all you want to drink is like.
I just don't want to drink beer.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, and you can have your $11 beer. I'll have my $12.50 boxed wine, but not on Sunday because we live in Texas.
You should be able to figure it out on Saturday what you're gonna quote need end quote on Sunday.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Just saying.
Wait a minute. Okay, dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing, refers to practice where prices of products or services vary based on demand, typically resulting in higher prices for consumers at times of increased demand, similar to a rise in airfare at peak travel season or ride fares on Uber during certain times. Wendy's said in a statement on Reuters, did I say it right? I
No.
never say it. Reuters?
I don't know why they spell it that way. It's French.
It looks like Reuters to me.
I know.
Sorry for the fan, guys. On Reuters on Wednesday.
Rooter.
It would not raise prices when our customers are visiting us most. Sure. Just like all those discounts on Black Friday have nothing to do with you marking up things the rest of the time. Dave says, think of it like manna. You don't get it on Sunday, so stock up on Saturday. Isn't it supposed to go bad if you stock up on it the night before, manna? Wasn't it supposed to be all
manna?
wormy?
Yeah. It's
wormy and nasty?
Yeah.
Okay, it added that its initiative to add digital menu boards to certain stores. I hate digital menu boards because you're like, oh, I think I went, it's gone. And then they're like, what do you want? I'm like, well, I thought I wanted the thing that I can't see anymore, and now I don't know what I want, and it's gone. And then they get all snarky with you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had one get mad at me the other day, and I'm like, but it said fish, but there's no fish on the menu now. We don't serve fish. Well, your little screen said you do. She goes, oh yeah, well, we have the one fish. Well, then you do serve fish.
Do you have the two fish, the red fish and the blue fish?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure she spit in my fish, though. I'm pretty sure. With increased media attention to the comment earlier this week, people took to social media platforms, including Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, and because that's how we say it now, to criticize Wendy's plans, resulting in a growing online backlash against the restaurant. Wendy's plan means you could pay more for your lunch, even if the cost to Wendy's stays exactly the same. It's price gouging, plain and simple. And American families have had enough. Oh boy, Elizabeth Warren said, and then went, woo, and ran off the stage. Okay, this is hilarious. So, people took to social media platforms, including Reddit and X, formerly known as Twitter. Next paragraph. Elizabeth Warren said on a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Guys,
we get the idea that X is. I mean, most people know now.
I think we get it. I think we got it. All right.
I mean, unless you've been living under a rock.
We said these menu boards would give us some more flexibility to change the display of featured items. It was misconstrued in some media reports as an intent to raise prices when demand is highest at our restaurants. We have no plans to do that. Big winky emoji.
Lying sign.
I guess I won't be eating at Wendy's anymore, one Reddit user said in a post. Why is my stream flashing over here? Stop flashing. Is it flashing over on ScrewTubes? Because it's flashing over here on Rumble. Boycott Wendy's, so you know you're not gonna. I mean, you're gonna.
It's like all those clowns who say they're gonna move to Canada if Trump becomes president. You did it last time. You're not gonna do it this time. Just shut up.
Oh, yep. The stream went down because Texas Liquor did not like us. Dag. Are you still hearing our voice? Are we still on? Because if you can't hear me, I'm going to turn the fan back on because I'm hot. Some took to memes. Just got 110 burgers from Wendy's. Nice try, but your surge pricing won't get me. I'm stocked up by the year, said one ex-user along with a photo of a refrigerator filled with Wendy's food bags. Let's see here. There might be something funny going on. I'm just going to disconnect us for a second, but hopefully we shall be back. Are we back? Are we back? Back? It's showing we're live on Rumble. I love how Nick keeps calling it Ramble. instead of Rumble. So ScrewTubes took us down, but we're still up on Twitch X and Rumble. Thank you for the report. Gosh, I love you, little guy. Thanks for being there for us. Okay, so this guy's all stocked up with 110 burgers from Wendy's. Uber-style surge pricing, which, isn't cool. But they're saying that's not what they meant. I swear that's not what we meant. We'll see. We shall see. All right, we made it to 10 o'clock. You promised 2 hours of live entertainment.
Well, I did promise that, and I'm willing to blather on for another however long till it hits the 2 hour mark.
Well, blather away, big boy.
I didn't say I really wanted to, but I said I'd be willing to. So, all right.
Blah, blah, blather,
Blah,
blah,
blather,
blah,
blather, blather, blath, and blather,
I
and
could go-
blither, and bluther, and blither.
Twitch just went down too.
See, it's giving
and
us a
this is
sign.
why we were thinking about shifting to the earlier time, because it seems that we hit this time and everything goes away.
Your time is up.
Yeah, so there must be something there must be something big that happens on Rumble at exactly this time, because it's exactly the second hour that it all goes kabalooey. And if the stream's going to be down, and the Rumble is down. All right, well, it looked like
looks like our
we
show's
did the
over.
best we could. So, wait, enter? Okay. It's still saying that it let me re-enter the stream. Can you hear me now? Nope, Twitter just went down too. Everything went down. It's still saying we're streaming though. Oh, but it keeps booting me out. It's booting me out. I am being booted. I am booted. Okay, well, we're still recording, so is there anything that you would like to say, Monis?
Just that we love you very much, and since we're still recording, let's go ahead and do the wonderfuler.
Yeah, because it lets me enable the microphone and the camera, but it keeps booting me out. Disconnected from the stream. Why am I disconnected from the stream? I'm disconnected from the stream. And what's going on? Is our internet good? Let's see if the internet's good. Hello, internet. Yep, connected, secured, everything's groovy, grand, wonderful, hot diggity dang. Not seeing any issues there. And Rumble, it says I can go back in. And then it has me enable the camera and is it microphone. And it says we're still streaming, but it keeps booting me out. So, yep, it always happens exactly at this time, folks. So as much as we would love to stay and ramble on for another hour or so, it looks like we have been told in no uncertain terms, get out. But since we are still recording, let's go ahead and share the final story of the evening, which is news of the Wonderfuller.
If you walk around the Rawway Trail in the South Mountain Reservation of Millburn, New Jersey, you might spot more than leaves, trees, and chipmunks. Fairies live among the foliage. Small, whimsical cottages are hidden in the tree trunks and branches, a surprisingly sweet sight in an otherwise normal-looking forest. The fairy homes were not built by mythical creatures, but by volunteers. The idea to add small dwellings to the landscape came from a woman named Therese Ojibwe, who 10 years ago wanted her son, who has autism, to have a safe place to explore in the wilderness.
Aww.
So she found this Rawway Trail and started leaving fairy tidbits here and there, so that when they came, he had something they could look for. And over time, she kept filling it up even more, said Julie Gould, one of the keepers of the trail. The South Mountain Conservancy started to notice the little cottages popping up around the little forest. When they learned Ojibwe was hand-making the little fairy fixtures, they decided to allow her to continue building her magical kingdom to what is now called the Fairy Trail. She thought this was a dynamic way of getting little children into nature, getting them to use their imaginations, getting them to tap into their creativity, and stimulate both early childhood and special needs children, said Beth Kelly, another trail keeper. Ojibwe and her son moved out of the area a few years ago, but their fairy trail legacy lives on. Gould and Kelly were officially asked to become the makers and keepers of the trail. The women, along with volunteers, continue to build little wooden homes for the fairies. The houses do have to be up to code. In this case, the code is Julie and Beth code, Kelly said, joking.
Up to code, cute. Oh, they're precious.
Because we need to give these fairies a stable house to live in, so we ask people to just work with us, keep it all natural, keep the colors down. Most of the homes are made out of natural elements that can then disintegrate back into the forest. Visitors of the fairy trail can spend hours looking for the nearly 100 tiny homes tucked into the nooks and crannies of the woods, but unfortunately, they might not see fairies. We don't always see them. They're shy, said Kelly. They let Julie and I see them once in a while, but really you should see when they ride on the backs of the chipmunks. Sometimes they swing on the leaves. For us to be able to provide homes for them is just wonderful. Still, kids attempt to see the fairies, and sometimes they're convinced they have. If they don't, it was still a day well spent out in nature. This is really about a magical feeling when you come here. It touches your heart. It gives you a sense of wonder, imagination, creativity. It all blends and bonds with nature, Kelly said. That's how we get paid. We get paid when we get to interact with the hearts of the children who come here and made their day. This is just a magical place for them.
I was hoping for more pictures. There weren't that many pictures. I was hoping for a lot. Oh,
there's actually a video accompanying it that you can see at the original post.
Which immediately turns to black when I try to click on it.
Technology, yes, technology.
Yeah, it just went completely black. There's nothing there.
So anyway, we're going to be going to pre-recorded pretty soon here.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. Okay, here we are. Now we got more pictures.
We've been doing it for about 5 years. We started coming out here to the reservation when Clinton was about 3 years old. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 2, and we started a lot of therapy with him. It was very structured, and he was following instructions a lot all day. And I wanted to have him go to a place where he could be telling me where to go, where I could follow his lead. So I take him to the woods, and Clinton, when you come to the woods, you like to hike. And we look at the birds and the trees, and for him just to have the full range of the place. And as you hear, Clinton makes a lot of vocalizations, and he doesn't have to worry about how people look at him, or he can just be here and be himself in the woods. So now little kids are sort of joining in and making their own. We're really trying to keep it very natural and try to encourage the kids to use branches and bark and stuff that they find on the ground. Look at another really cute one. This is beautiful that they made.
Because you think there might be?
So I think somebody left a note for the fairies, and I do try to respond to them. I wish you could come to my house. Oh, did they give me the address? Oh, they did. I can leave her something, leave her a little fairy chair or something on her porch so that she knows that the fairies visited. So that'll be fun. Keep the dream alive. Giving opportunities for children with autism to get out in nature and to really explore and have fun, to remember that they are children with the same kinds of interests as any other child, and to let them get out and explore. And also for families in general to get out, put away all the technology, turn off the TV, get out in nature and really enjoy yourselves and use your imagination and just free yourself in the woods.
Well, when you listen to this afterwards, because we'll probably be uploading this, not live, and doing a hodgepodge mixture of things you're supposed to see and things we were supposed to hear and vice versa and there and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is...
But
we did enjoy being with you in this alternate universe, and we look forward to talking with you again next week.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back next week. Probably not live, but we're going to do our best. And whatever you do, since you don't get to hear the ending, go forth in kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to animals. And I think I messed it all up. Be kind to each other.
Because we haven't done it in so long.
That's true.
I mean, we've been kind to each other. I mean,
right. We're kind to animals. animals. We haven't beaten an animal today. Not today. Not for lack of trying. Oh, our animals are so dang spoiled.
Macamow.
Thumbs up, Mackie Mal. All right, folks. We will see you back here next week. We might not be 100% live, but you might see some trial and error throughout the week. But do stay tuned for the interview that's coming up and lots more to come. And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye. Counterculture-Wise is a Stormcat production.
Thank you for joining our growing family of listeners. All links from the show are available on our website, counterculturewise.com. Find our archives on any of your favorite podcast hosts.
We engage in satire, commentary, and generally laugh at the ridiculousness of our crumbling society. Our only medical or financial advice is to not follow any financial or medical advice given by podcasters.
Our animations, interviews, holy crap segment, and other videos are put out on Bitchute and Rumble, and only in part on YouTube because they hate free speech.
Our show is entirely funded by listeners like you. Visit our ever-expanding merch store or our Subscribe Star, where you can get outtakes, extra videos, and sneak peeks.
If you would like to be a guest on our program, feel free to contact us via our website. Just click on the link at the top that says, Be a Guest on Our Show.
For more fun and cat pics, please visit our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. For complaints about our show, please fill out the ID10T form on our website, and we will give it the attention it deserves.
Meanwhile, no matter how cruel the world may be around you, always remember the importance of kindness. Be kind to each other, be kind to animals, and be kind to yourself. See you next week.